2016 coverage now, 2 hours and counting until the start of the Iowa caucuses and the beginning of the presidential election season.
And it is sure to be a night filled with drama. It is the first test with voters for Donald Trump, and Bernie Sanders is hoping to upset Hillary Clinton.
So why does Iowa get this first shot at picking our next president? Charles Benson live in Des Moines to answer that question for us tonight. Hi, Charles.
Good afternoon. A lot of people asking, why are so many people in Iowa? The Hawkeye state has a big voice tonight in presidential politics for being a relatively small state. About 1% of the nation's population, just more than 3 million people here, compared to more than 5 million in Wisconsin. Iowans can tell you lots of political stories, especially at a small town diner in Story City.
I'm personally excited to be a part of it again.
B.J. Shaban is enjoying breakfast with his wife and kids. Tonight, he'll be at a Republican caucus.
I got my top three, but still undecided.
Have you kicked the tires? Have you seen a lot of candidates?
No, that's the one thing that I have not done. I have not gone candidate chasing.
Presidential candidates have been chasing all across this landscape in the name of democracy. But Iowa's demographics don't look like the rest of America. The population here is more white, and African Americans and Hispanics are in the low single digits compared to the rest of the country.
I won't be there.
Waitress Pam Gibbs won't be caucusing tonight. She's not interested, even though she once met candidate Barack Obama.
Closer it gets exciting watching it and seeing who's going to win.
In fact, a majority of Iowans don't participate in the caucus process. But Shaban says he doesn't want to see Iowa give up its first-in-the-nation status in presidential politics.
I think this is a true voice of middle of America, of where the process should start. I hope it continues.
So Iowans take a lot of pride in tonight's caucuses. By the way, Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama are the only two Democrats to win the Iowa caucus and the White House. George W. Bush is the only Republican to win both. So who will win tonight? Well, let's take a look at the most recent poll. The Quinnipiac poll released today shows Donald Trump leading Iowa Republicans with 31%. Ted Cruz is 7 points back at 24%. Cruz was within 2 points in that same poll last week. Marco Rubio is at 17. Cruz is counting on the support of evangelicals. He visited his campaign headquarters, urging supporters to finish their work for him and get out and caucus. Marco Rubio spoke to supporters at one of his campaign headquarters. He argued he is the best Republican to take on either Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. So how are those two stacking up? Well, the same poll, Quinnipiac, shows Bernie Sanders leading Hillary Clinton 49-46. That's close enough to be a tie and within the margin of error. Bernie Sanders visited his volunteers in Des Moines. He shook hands with supporters and pledged he is in the race for the long haul. Clinton thanked her supporters in Des Moines. She and her daughter Chelsea brought donuts and coffee. Clinton says her Iowa volunteers knocked on 186,000 doors on Saturday and Sunday. So they all talk about how they have worked very hard to get out the vote. In a few hours, we'll find out who just will win here in the Iowa caucuses. Coming up on Live at 6, we'll take a look at where's Governor Scott Walker. Just a year ago, he was a big name around here. But for now, we're live in the Media Filing Center in Des Moines. Charles Benson, today's TMJ4.
Okay, Charles, quick question. What if you're not a Republican or a Democrat? Can you still caucus tonight?
Well, you can, but you have to register as one or the other. Keep in mind, there are a lot of independents in this state, and that's why they won't be out here tonight caucusing. They'll participate when all of this rolls around back in November.
Charles Benson
Carol?
at the center of the political universe tonight.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Charles.